And we are back. Yes, self-defense video 15. Myself alongside.
Hello.
Yes, he's back again. Okay, so recapping of what we've done over the last few videos, we've been focusing a lot on how to defend hands, especially straight punches. So let's just continue from the warm-up. You should have done your warm-up and stretch video. So leading them from there, get straight into our movements. Nice tight guard, moving around your space. That's it, on the balls of your feet, keep moving. That's it, nice tight guard. Keeping that space nice and open. Let's bring in our defenses. So all the defenses that we've gone through, we've looked at double blocking, covering up for the hooks, parrying straight punches, different ways, nudging them. We've also looked at rolling. We've even done slips in the earlier videos. We've done checking kicks. We've done parrying the kicks. Bring them all in, bring them all in. So just your movements and defenses. Chin down, defend, blocking kicks, pivot off, circling round, parrying, nudging. Now let's bring in our hands, same time. Striking with our hands. So this is also a good way to warm up people and practice. Try and imagine a target in front of you, striking the target, blocking, defending. Excellent. Really check those kicks. Striking to the body. Excellent. Using those pivot counters. Okay, let's bring in our punches and kicks. Were you doing kicks before? Don't worry, let's bring in our kicks now, officially. Striking, teeping. Good, throwing that rib kick. Remember, get that power. If you've got the space, get the power of the 360. If you don't have the space, then just do half the kick. What I mean by half the kick, it's coming up knee, don't flick out the shin, it's coming up knee, going all the way around. So you still get that technique. Keep it going. Excellent, blocking those kicks. Let's bring in our knees as well. Remember, knees are nice and close range. So my coach was used to teach that hooks and knees, they're partners in crime, they're in a relationship. So if you can throw hooks, you can throw knees. If you throw straight punches, you can throw long, straight kicks. So let's go, let's bring them in. Think about your movement, think about your targets. Nice and light on your toes. Okay, and time. So let's go through some ones and twos together. Guard up, follow me, control that breathing. Okay, one step forward, one step back. Forward, back. Jab, cross, jab, cross. Hook, hook, back knee. Good, back knee. Step, front knee, and then reset. Good, stepping back. Again, step, front knee, stepping back. Okay, pivot off. Good, counter with a knee. Excellent, reset. Jab, cross, left front hook, and then roll back to the front. Good, so we didn't move there, we just rolled. Again, jab, cross, front hook, roll back. Remember, we go under and come back up, and then throw another front hook. That's it, let's go again. Jab, cross, hook, roll, counter with a hook. And again, jab, cross, hook, hook, roll, roll again, counter with a hook. Good, and again, jab, cross, hook, hook, roll to the right, or roll to your backside, counter with that hook, roll back under, counter with that hook. So that's a good way to roll and counter on the spot. Now we're gonna look at changing directions with our rolls. Let's go again. Jab, cross, hook, front, backhand, front hand. As we roll, we're gonna step out as if we're gonna pivot off and pivot off. Good. Let's go again. Jab, cross, hook, roll and step, pivot, excellent, and reset. Works the same way for the other side. We throw 2 hooks now. Jab, cross, hook, hook. We step underneath and reset. We're here. Let's go again. Front, back, roll underneath, reset. We're still in our stance, facing this way. Okay, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but over the last video, if you've been watching and following Talal, you'll see his stance is a little bit different from mine. Let's explain why. Get into your stance for me. Okay, so Talal and I, we trained in the same gym for many, many years, since he's probably like, what, 10 years old? 9 years old, yeah, so. We have a Thai boxing base, but of recent he's been doing a lot of boxing training. Boxers, they use their hands. They use their legs for movement, but they don't use their legs as weapons, whereas Thai boxers do. This will also impact the stance. So get into your stance for me. As you can see, his bottom half is facing this way, where his top half is facing this way. His weapons of choice are his hands, and his first line of defense is his movement, which he's using his legs for. His side-on position will eliminate the opportunity to hit him to the body as much as a Thai boxer. But what that also does, it leaves him very vulnerable to the legs. So for example, earlier on we talked about countering with kicks. So let's just say he threw a jab, and I've got the opportunity to parry down, I can parry across, or I even showed you before that nudge. So he throws a jab, got that nudge. Look at his body posture now. Remember, I always talked about defending the back, how difficult it is to defend the back. Look how vulnerable his leg is. Now, a very experienced, or just someone that knows how to throw a technical kick, can really, really damage his front leg. So watch again. He throws that jab, I nudge it off course, and I've got right here, this is what I'm aiming for. You've got this muscle at the front that kind of splits like so. You want to hit it right here, the tender part. So imagine I throw a kick, a nice big chopping kick like I'm trying to chop down a tree. As you can see, his body will go, he end up on the floor. So whenever I'm teaching people, let's wait for this to go past. So whenever I'm teaching people, especially people that are learning for the first time, I often teach them about that nice sturdy base as if you're standing off a skateboard, which will give you a lot more balance. Let's watch Talal's stance again. Back into the stance. It's kind of like he's on the skateboard, whereas I will teach you to stand off the skateboard. He's quite experienced, so he's got good balance. Well, he should have. He should have. He should have good balance. So he can stand in this stance and be able to spring back and forward, left and right quite quickly. So avoid me touching you. So you can see he can move quite quickly. For you guys, it might be a little bit more challenging, so feel free to follow me. Okay, back to our recap. Now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna travel forward one step at a time. So step forward, good. Roll out to your front, step forward with it as well. Roll out to your back, good. Still coming forward, step forward, good. Slip, good. Slip again, good. Forward, roll, roll, good. If you've hit your space, start going backwards. So watch us going backwards. We roll, roll, slip, on the spot, slip, on the spot, roll again, roll. Let's start adding some punches with that. Jab, step back, cross, roll, roll. If you hit your space, start going forward again. Jab, cross, roll, front hook, roll, back hook, roll, jab, cross, roll, 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 and that's good practice. Feel free to do that in your free time. Just imagine a straight line, you're going under the straight line, working your way forward, keeping your eyes up, I'm not doing this. Trying to duck under. I'm always keeping my eyes up just in case 2 comes. Again, Talal's gonna be rolling my punches, standing in front of me. If I throw my front hand, he'll roll out. Good. If I throw my backhand, he'll roll out. Excellent. That's just how it works, people. Nice and simple. Watch again. I throw my front. Good. I throw my back. Good. So he's keeping alert, he's staying on his toes, he's avoiding any strikes, but he's also looking for ways to exit the scene or also counter back. Let's look at blocking these punches again. Covering up, answering that telephone. Big hook comes, nice and solid block. Same for the other side. What we didn't look at is how to defend the body. There's hooks to the body. Very simple. Our guard is here. Remember in the earlier videos I taught you about how to position your hands. Hands by side, curl your fingers, bring them up. Chuck your chin. So this is a nice tight guard. As you can see, Talal's got that. Where I'm aiming for is here in his body. He wants to meet his elbow to his hip. So you bring them up and down at the same time. So that way your hand's not leaving your face too much. Watch. Good, very simple. For some people that's a natural flinch. Someone goes to touch them, they flinch. Let's do that again. We've got here, cover up for the head. Good, roll under. Beautiful, right? Let's do that again. Splendid. Splendid, he says. Let's do that again. We've got body, head, roll. Good, very simple. So those are your 3 options, and it works the same for the other side. So if I was to speed it up, body, 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 head, head, roll. Very simple. That wasn't rehearsed. That's just how quick Talal is. Don't let his head get any bigger, people. I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. All right, now we're going to look at some fancy stuff. I did promise you a bit of fancy stuff, so let's look at that today. Wild hooks. We looked at wild hooks last week and we said that we can cover them or we can roll underneath. But what if you want to restrain or you want to kind of trap your opponent? How could we do that? Let's look at some of the movements that we've done already. So we've done the pivot, stepping out, pivoting off. We're going to incorporate that. We've got a nice high guard. We're going to incorporate that. But what we're going to introduce today is, I don't even know how to call this. We can call it a trap. All I have is the image of my coach with his hands like this. He used to do a lot of Kung Fu. And that's the kind of motion that we're going to have with our hands today. So we're here, we're going to see that punch come. We're going to spin our hands outwards, but in this type of position in here. So let's do that together to start off with. Facing the front. A wild hook's come in. We trap. Watch my leg. We step. We control. Nice stiff arms, kind of like snake arms, and we pivot off while controlling, yeah? I promise you, it's gonna make sense. Guard up. Wild punches come in. We see it coming. We trap. Step. Pivot off. Good. Works the same way for the other side. While punch is coming, so the punch is coming from this way now. We trap. We use the back leg now. We step wide with the back leg and we pivot with the front. Let's go again. We're going that way again. While punch is coming, trap, step, pivot and control. This way again. Trap, step, pivot and control. Now let's do that in real time. So Talal's going to be in front of me. Wild hook with no defenses, quite vulnerable, will look like this. Wild hook, slow motion, boom. Just like that. Now, wild hook with some form of stance will look like this. Boom, still on the chin. So that's why we need our hands up. Wild hook with a bit of a guard, watch. We've got the cover up, go again. We've got the roll. What we're looking at now is trapping. So let's just look at one hand, yeah? So wild hook, trap, cover up. So as you can see, I trapped his arm just before it touched my face. Watch again. Here, my other hand is still up. Now remember when we did it, we practiced 2 hands. Okay, Talal's a lot taller than me, which means he can touch me before I can touch him. So that also means that for me to effectively use this technique, I'm gonna have to step in. Now remember I said the closer we become to our opponent or our partner is the more in danger we become. Space is important. Space equals opportunity. In this position here, we're actually going to limit the space, but it means we have to be confident in our technique. So watch. We've got one hand that comes here. The other hand is to trap the neck, to control the head. So watch again. We've got here. If they're tall, it's here. So yeah, this measures the distance from your head to theirs to trap the neck. So watch. A shorter person, here. A taller person, here. So as you can see, Talal's a taller person, so I'm gonna have to step in. Like I said, that comes, I step in. I've trapped, trapped. So right now, I have control over his arm and his head. Yes, there's ways to get out of this, but to control this, we're gonna use the movements. So watch, I'll step, control the head. Yeah, step and control the head. Watch again. I'm here, slow motion, steps at a time, go, trap, trap. In real time, this will happen at the same time. I step and control. Good. Watch again, same time, everything together now. Go, step and control, step round. Okay, what if it was the other side? Works the same way. He throws his right hook from my left side, I can cover up, but again, I'm gonna step and control, remember his head. So watch, step and control the head, step out to my left, bring his head down. What you don't wanna do is drag it like this. This makes it easier for him to defend. You wanna bring his head or her head as close to your hip as possible. Watch again. Real time, step in, capture, step round, and as you can see, the more you control the head closer to your body, the more spin their legs from their waist down is gonna have to come. So, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna speed it up. I'm gonna speed it up, make it a little bit more realistic for you so you can see, because you could maybe think that he's kind of faking all these reactions, but I'm telling you, it's just about body momentum. So watch, he rolls his right side, real time, step in, I controlled, and you can see the spin, yeah? So watch again from the other side, control, bring the head down. If I wanted to stick out my foot, he would then trip and he's on the floor and it's time for me to walk off. Right now, I'm gonna show you the kind of different things that you can do from this position here, from this technique here. Okay, from this side, just slowing it down. Again, we can trap, trap, follow me at the same time. You step round. From here, look at that body posture. I can drive my knee straight to his body. I can drive my knee straight to his head. I can step further, bring his head down. I can add a trip, so my front leg can go to his back, and then he'll end up on the floor. Okay, so looking at the other way, he throws his right hook, I trap, I step round. Again, I've got that back knee, I've got the head, I've got the body. We haven't done this yet, but I even got elbows. I can throw multiple knees. There's no rules, remember. In the ring, you'd only be able to throw a couple knees depending on the rules of the fight. Then you can trip and or you'd have to let go. Some fights you won't be able to throw elbows. I could even knee his leg. I can knee anywhere I want. I can trip, just like so. Okay, last time, just to show you again, slow motion, do it with me, throws the hook, trap, step round. Let's throw a knee to the body, knee to the head, and we're gonna step round again. But as we step round and swing, we're gonna stick that leg out to trip them over. As we trip them over, pull their head down a little bit more. Their head and your leg pivots are very important. Watch, even if I just hold him here and I step, pivot, pull his head down, his body's gonna wanna turn just from the momentum of that body. So in one of the early videos, you saw me salsaing with Jeremiah, and you saw me sweep him onto the floor. Salsa. That's how. It's just the body mechanics. Same for the other side, just controlling that head, step round, and you see the body will follow. Lastly, for the other side, you can block, you can trap, step round. You got that knee, body, sweep as you pivot off. Next video, we're gonna focus a little bit more on these. Talal's gonna get his turn. We're gonna put on the body harness. You know what that means when we put on the body harness. We can make it a little bit more realistic while staying safe. Don't want to injure the young poor boy, yeah? All right, people, it's been fantastic having you again. Yes, I've been myself, Mark. He's been
Talal.
And we will see you on the next one.